Hey everybody, it's Maggie Mulhern. We are back here in Santa Monica at the KMS Goldwell Academy. I've just got to show, this is a great class. Look at everybody here, wave. So cool. Nice crowd here, and they just learned so much from Sharon Blain, who gave all these great tips on blow drying hair and setting hair, and it's been a great day, right everybody? Absolutely. Okay, so Sharon is recapping the class, and there are these 6 sets that that Sana Bredo said, make sure you learn these 6 sets. They're so great. So I'm going to flip it around and put it on Sharon. And again, thank you guys for letting Modern come and visit you. And hi, going over here.
Okay, so we're just going to recap what we did this morning. So we'll start with the herringbone barrel volume. Now, if you recall, what you've just done now is the blow dry version of this. Okay, this is what you've just created, but as a blow dry. So the tip for this one was that it was on base, and the herringbone pattern meaning that it goes one way and then it reverses back. And that's how we get this beautiful wave and this luscious sort of movement to the hair. So this is called herringbone, and I think you all know now, after what we've done today, everyone's very familiar with that technique. As we move on, what was this one? Does everyone remember what we did there? Come on, has it been that long ago?
Pop quiz, here we go.
Elastic tie.
The elastic tie. So remember, I used my 2 fingers, wrapped the hair around and tied it through with elastic, and that gives this gorgeous, gorgeous texture to the hair. The top here, if you recall this morning, was actually blow dried in the direction of where that was going. So we got that little sort of piece of hair flipping across the front, and it's just this gorgeous movement. See that fabulous wave that we've ended up with? Perfect solution for something when you want a little bit of a variation on the traditional round wave. It's slightly more sort of angular, but not so angular as, you know, some waves can be. I still love this girl. Did you like this technique, everyone? Yes. Yeah, you know, and did you have a chance to run your hands through her? She's got so much volume in here. So this is what we call the reverse tong set. So with these tongs now, with these curls now, it's a more open curl. So if you recall, the technique was the large tong went back, and the next section was a very small tong come forward. The next tong, the larger tong went back, the small tong came forward. So what that does is clash the 2 tong movements together because they're coming against each other, and the smaller tong is pushing out the curl to make the volume, but also at the same time it's giving that amazing, amazing degree of curl in there. So that to me is like a super, super, super set. Love that one. All right, so did we just do this one? Yes. Recall? Yeah, and everyone did an amazing job. So we did 1 panel of that. So this is done with pin curl set. Now, I know we've taken you right back to trade school today. I know that was a stretch for some of you. But what an amazing result. Were you happy with the result that you got from that?
Very happy.
Yeah, and would you use that as a technique again?
Yes.
Yep, fantastic. So remember, that was once again the reverse tong set, but the unique part about this was how we blow dried that wave movement in. And that's what holds the whole thing together. That's what gives you that defined wave movement. We obviously then just used our straightening iron. So it's simple as a straightening iron that we've got this amazing, amazing curl. We'll leave a set up here for the next day, but I want you guys to take a good look at how long it holds and the sort of volume and the body that you get into it.
From Periscope land, somebody was asking about what finishing products you would use on
Well,
this.
you know, very little. We've learned today that we don't need a lot of products. It's all about the preparation. You do a great prep. You don't need to make your hairstyle happen with a can of hairspray. So obviously hot form was a great product for us, and we'll always use hot form as opposed to water because we're going to get some texture in the hair, but we're obviously going to get some hold as well. When that brushes out, I think we put a little bit of diamond gloss in there just to take the fluff away, but really I don't think we've even put hairspray in that hair today. So, you know, a super, super volume. When you look at that, it looks like it's been set under a dryer. It's got so much body and bounce in it. So this little lady, she's a little dead in a sense because, you know, she hasn't got much hair. But we did work on this one using the double barrel tong. And remember, we built up horizontally at the base and we did vertically through the top. and I took my little bats. Remember how long this was? And we battered that up with some stronghold hairspray, pushed it up and used a diffuser to push this all up into place. Also remember the texture teasing. I pushed this up into itself so I could start forming some shape before I push the bats underneath it. So that's really important to use the texture teasing to do that. And last but not least is, this is when I get to work on Italian Vogue. This is, it's got to be the one thing I haven't done in my life, so this is it. So this is the volume set. So a lot of people would normally tease this. Remember what we've done? We've gone through the whole root area with that texturizing crimper. So we've crimped the whole root. Then we've come over it. Now we started off with some hot rollers, but this can be crimped and blow dried. You could, if you had a little old lady that you're doing your tong set or your round brush blow dry like you've just done, you have a problem with her hair, you could come in and just crimp that base around the crown just to give us some volume as well. But we don't do the hairline, so the hairline remains clean. So when I brush back, you can see I've got a lovely clean hairline. So that's really important as well. But if I massage that, I can get volume, I can get lift, I can get pretty much anything I want out of that, but just glamorous, big hair.
And how high do you crimp up?
You crimp as high as you want it to go. So it's all about the height that you want to end up.
So and this is crimped in here, right?
So it's all the way from 1 centimetre back to the nape, and it's crimped out, I think two crimps, 1, 2. But sometimes I would do 3 or 4, just depending on how much volume and height that I'm looking for.
And this was hot rollers, right?
This was hot rollers, and then I just smoothed out a little bit to try and sort of cool it down a little bit with the round brush, but it was so well set with the hot rollers because it was set since Christmas, so it's been around for a while. So have we had a great day, everyone? Tomorrow we're going to brush our blow dries down. We're going to take our curly sets and we're going to turn them into some updos. And we're going to challenge you with one more blow dry, which I think it will tip you over the edge if it hasn't already. We're going to learn indentation, angles, moving. So when you do a fabulous blow dry on a little sort of haircut, it's all about where you place that brush to get the outcome. So that's tomorrow's promise, and hopefully we'll get all that done by, I think we're going to finish up at what, 5 o'clock tomorrow or something? Noon. So we've got a bit of work to do. So thank you all for being such amazing.